Hello and welcome back to Raccoon Creek Homestead. In this video, it's going to be a little bit of background about us and our family and an introduction to us and kind of where we're at and all of that fun good stuff. So thanks for tuning in and let's get started. Our family is a blended family and it consists of, there's 5 of us. Jeremy brought in Haley, who is 12, and she lives up mainly with her mom in Upper Michigan, which is about a 9.5 hour drive from here. But we get to see her for holidays and Christmas and summers, basically whenever school is out, while we live in West Central Indiana. And then I brought into the relationship Nick, who is 11.5, and Aurora, who is 8. Aurora is also a special needs kiddo. She has pyruvate dehydrogenase deficiency, which in English basically means that her body just can't break down carbs. So she's on a ketogenic diet, which is a high-fat, low-carb. Before they figured out her diagnosis, she had some white matter loss. So if you think of like a head of cauliflower, the leaves are the gray matter and the stalk is the white matter. And about half of her white matter is actually liquid, her fluid. And we kind of say that that part of her brain, the part that's no longer functioning like it should, was the cranky side. She is a happy, happy little girl 99.9% of the time. And if you're around her for any time at all, you fall in love with her. She is such a blessing. You may hear her in the background from time to time. She's hanging out with her brother right now. And her brother and Haley, they're both wonderful with her. They're so patient. But Aurora does have a developmental delay, and she is nonverbal, which she has her ways of communicating. But that's kind of a side story. But that's us and our family. Jeremy and I have been together for about 7 years. We both grew up in this town, but at different times. He did some time in the military, and then when he came back, that's when we met. But yeah, that's the people in our family. Our family also consists of 6 dogs, 2 of which spend most of their time outside. They come in at night usually to sleep. And then we have a almost 14-year-old miniature dachshund who spends most of her time on the couch sleeping, and about a 2-year-old beagle. And then we just got a few weeks ago 2 puppies. I have no idea what they're mixed with. We adopted them from a humane society. They weren't entirely sure what they were mixed with. So as they grow, we will see. They are Brenda. I'll put a picture of them up here. They were brother and sister, and they were the last 2, and I couldn't leave the one. We went for one. I couldn't leave the second one. No regrets. They're both wonderful. But those are puppies. We also have chickens. We have about 23 chickens, and we share 8 acres with my in-laws. They gifted us a few acres to build our forever home, which is what we did. We've lived here for a couple of months. So there are always changes and improvements, like the chicken coop that came in. Actually, the chickens had a house before we did. But like I said, we share 8 acres with my in-laws. They actually live, if I holler out my front door, they can hear me, which is actually really nice. I love my in-laws. I'm extremely blessed in that. And then we have a garden, and that's pretty much it. That's the basics of us. And we'll kind of get into more detail, I'm sure, as our channel progresses. But look, in the comments below, introduce yourself. I would love to know who is watching the channel, maybe what you want to see. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. and the like button. I know this was kind of a shorter video, but again, it's just kind of getting to know us. That way, if I'm talking about somebody, you know who I'm talking about. And we'll get to know each other soon.